Gotta go fast. Because today, I have a new video to make. And we're talking Sonic. Welcome back to another handsome review with your handsome host, me, Jamil Surita. I'm glad to be back, and I'm really happy to see you guys again. And I've also noticed I've got a couple of new followers, so that's great. Welcome to my YouTube channel if this is your first video watching, and if this is not your first video, welcome back anyways, because I'm really glad you decided to keep on keeping on with my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Really helps motivate me to kind of keep pursuing this. You know, until all we do here is just talk about movies, TV shows, act, write, create, have a lot of fun in this YouTube channel. Am I right? So today, we're going to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, just like my title suggests. Well, I recently got to see the movie. I know that it recently came out on Paramount Plus. So after you watch the review, if you haven't seen it, go watch the movie. And if you've already seen it, after the video, go watch the movie. It's a great watch. So now, on to like the details, right? Because we're going to talk about spoilers, about the things that I liked, the things that I felt kind of came out of nowhere. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So first, I want to start off with on the fact that I really loved the first movie. Sonic the Hedgehog was a really great surprise for a lot of people, especially because of the fame that it originally got when that trailer came out. And Sonic looked like a weird blue monster and not necessarily Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what I mean? Like for anyone who's grown up playing the video games like I have, you know, I used to play the Sega Saturn. I played the Nintendo systems that it came out on even the other spin-offs like the Sonic Racing and stuff like that I've tried. You know, Sonic is a really great character who was really one of my favorite characters of the video game consoles. You know what I mean? After Mario, of course, because, you know, I'm a big Mario buff. I will be watching Mario when it comes out and make a review for that as well, which I believe is now slated to come out next year. Originally in December, now I believe going around March. That's what I heard. So yeah, back to Sonic. Sonic was great. That first movie was really, I don't know, it felt really fresh and original because it didn't necessarily dive into the world of Sonic, but instead it focused on making a movie about a friendship. And I think that when you create a story based on character, it's going to be way more entertaining than whatever else they could have put in there. A lot of the extra junk and stuff. So originally that first movie was great. I thought that the casting of, I believe his name is Ben Schwartz, was great casting for the character Sonic. And then James Marsden, who, believe it or not, is kind of like the king of the hybrid CGI live action movies. He was also in a movie called Hop, where he became friends with the Easter Bunny, played by Russell Brand. That was a weird movie. I don't think I saw it, but I definitely heard of it, saw the trailers and stuff, and was like, I don't know if it's worth watching. And it turns out that it probably isn't worth watching. But this movie is. Sonic the Hedgehog was really a great movie. I recently rewatched it before the second movie came out. And then once the second movie came out on Paramount Plus, I was like on it because I really wanted to see this movie. Now on to Sonic 2. So Sonic 2 introduces Knuckles and Tails into the story of Sonic. And I thought that was really great. You know, that was like my favorite part was Idris Elba's Knuckles, the Echidna warrior character. He was really great. I really liked to play him when I was younger in video games as Knuckles. I always thought he was cooler than Sonic. So it was really great to get to see him come to life. And guess what? They didn't need a second try to get him right because he was done perfectly with this movie, you know. Idris Elba, great casting. The only thing I know about that is that for Idris Elba, he's one of my favorite actors and he's someone that works a lot, but he's never really been able to successfully lead his own franchise. So, you know, when I heard about his casting, I was happy because I really am rooting for him to like make a franchise his own. So when they casted him, it was a surprise. It was great. And then he was great in the movie. You know, he felt very much like Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, where he kind of takes everything a little too literal. So they have similar jokes with that. But I thought that he sold it really well. And it actually felt like that was in character for him, for the jokes that he does make in the movie. Like there was this cheap one where they were like the dots because I think they were texting or stalking Sonic, I forgot, but in that moment he was like dot and you know, it was kind of funny. He was really cool in the movie. He had some great action moves, and then Sonic was making a lot of great riffs, calling him the Winter Soldier. That's Paramount crossing over with Marvel, which guess what? You know, the original Avengers movie was actually produced by Paramount Studios. If you rewatch the Avengers movie, you'll see the Paramount Studios logo there as well. So, you know, the more you know. Also, let's see. I mean, I feel like they didn't spend enough time with the character James Marsden and Sonic, who played the human, you know, the human friend Tom. It didn't spend too much time on it. You know, I guess they kind of just took for granted the fact that a lot of people saw the first movie, so then we already kind of understood their friendship, but I felt like, you know, we could have a little more time there. And then, you know, most of the focus went on to Knuckles and Tails, and even on Jim Carrey's Dr. Eggman, Robotnik. He was great. It was a lot of fun. I think that this one of the standouts of these two movies is Jim Carrey's performance, which feels very much like him in the 90s. So it's kind of great to see him come back to form, especially because, you know, personally, I think that he got a little weird and different recently. So then to see him kind of come back to that classic Jim Carrey stuff, it's always a fun time. I also like you know, there was one thing that a lot of people questioned. They're like, why do we spend so much time in that wedding with that human side? Because to be honest, we don't really care about it. But I know that the fact that when you're making a story or a movie, you know, if you don't spend enough time with the characters, no one's going to care about them. So I think that they were trying to kind of establish the importance of the humans within that world. I guess because to a certain point, whenever we watch a story, we relate more to the people. Why? Because we're people. Or at least the characters that are fully formed where they act like people. You know what I mean? Like they feel believable. So that's why I felt like they did what they did with that side story. It was a little funny, you know, when Bridezilla took over. I enjoyed that part. She was good. I think that the only person I really didn't feel like they had a lot to do in the story was James Marsden's, I think that's his wife. She didn't have too much to do with it except for the fact that her sister was having a wedding. You know, so like I guess their relationship continues. Because that's an issue that I think that happens a lot with these movies and stories with the love interest, especially if it's a woman, where they're underused, you know, where it kind of just feels like, oh, they're there just because, you know, that's part of their world and that's it. You know, like something extra or like, what's the word? I don't know, kind of like an item to kind of decorate the place. Or in this story, in this sense, to decorate the movie, to make it feel more alive. You know, that's about it. So I didn't feel too much about her. I liked I believe the actor's name is Shamar Moore. He played the husband-to-be. I thought he did a good job. He was pretty funny, especially when he was messing with Tom and stuff. I enjoyed that part. So, you know, it really does come down to that. The movie has its really good part, which is the Sonic story, Sonic, Knuckles, Tail working together, Knuckles being really kind of like taking everything very straightforward. It was very funny. Idris Elba was great. And I heard that they're actually going to be doing a spin-off show for Idris Elba's Knuckles. So, you know, everybody likes him. So hopefully the show does equally as good as the movie. Because I want a part 3. And then that crazy tease, we're going to get Shadow in part 3. So I'm really happy to kind of see the Sonic world come to life and to kind of take over more in the second movie than it did in the first movie. You know, I just think that as long as they focus on character and the relationships and seeing that grow, then we'll continue to be invested in this Sonic/human world. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give this video a like, to subscribe. I probably won't be back for a couple of weeks, but I wanted to grace you with a new video. So at least you know I didn't forget you guys and I keep on watching movies so we can keep on reviewing them. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, comment in the comment section below if you agreed with any of my thoughts on the movie. If you enjoyed it or if you hated it, write it down below. I want to hear about it so we can have a great, fun discussion about Sonic & Co. It was great to see you guys. Have a great day. Until next time.